There are many ways to make money online, but one of my favorite ways is through selling digital products. Now, there are a ton of benefits of selling digital products, but the most notable one is probably the passive aspect of it. So you create a digital product once, you put it on the internet, and then you can sell unlimited copies of it. The other benefit is the extremely high profit margin, meaning that you keep the majority of the profit that your digital product generates. There's no material costs, labor costs, shipping costs. All you have to do is put in the time and do the upfront work to get it created. Now, obviously, if you're not new here, you know I'm a huge fan of digital products and that it's my whole business model. And last year, I was able to make $330,000 in my second year of business. And I think one of the reasons why I was able to make that amount only in my second year was because of the digital nature of a digital product business. So because I wasn't spending time creating the product, physically shipping it, and because I wasn't spending a ton of money on materials and equipment, I was able to leverage my time and money to scale my business a lot more quickly than I would have been able to if I had a physical product business. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't have any ideas and I don't even have the skill set to create a digital product. I'm not techie, I'm not a designer. Well, then you might be surprised to know that you don't need any of that. You can even create a digital product in a Google Doc and make thousands of dollars every single month with your digital product. If you don't believe me, well, today's video is all about going over all the different digital product ideas that you can create no matter your skill set and no matter where you are in your business journey right now. So if you're interested in hearing about all of this and you want to jump into these digital product ideas, then let's get into it. Okay, so let's first talk about digital products you can create in G Suite. Now, there are over 1.8 billion people with a Google account. So creating a digital product in G Suite like Google Sheets or Google Docs is going to be convenient and familiar for a lot of your customers. And if they don't have a Google account, well, guess what? It's free. So there shouldn't be too much friction there if you create your digital product in G Suite. If you want to create a digital product in Google Sheets, then this is going to be more for the person that's data-driven, analytical, or maybe you like to keep things organized and you're a planner and you like to track things. Google Sheets is going to be a great option for you to create your digital products in. So first of all, think about the types of calendars and trackers you can create. For example, if you're a big budgeter and you like to track your finances, well, there are a ton of people like me who are really bad at tracking this type of stuff. So this would be a perfect idea for someone like me who needs help with that. Now, if you're someone with an accounting background, then you can also consider a bookkeeping, tracking type of thing in Google Sheets. This is also very helpful. I recently purchased something like this to keep track of my Etsy purchases and fees and whatnot, and this just keeps everything organized when it's time to do my books at the end of each quarter. Continuing on with digital products you can create in Google Sheets, you can also create systems and workflows. So for example, a content calendar system. These are really popular nowadays with the explosion of social media and being on YouTube. A lot of influencers and business owners who are content creators need a system to keep organized. If you're a content creator yourself, then you know there are so many moving parts. And if you created a content calendar for yourself and a system that works for you, then you can package that up and sell it to other people that need help systematizing their content creation. And it's not just for content creation. You can think of other systems and things that you keep organized in your own life, no matter what you're into. So if you're in like the self-care niche or the productivity niche, if you're a business owner, if you planned your whole wedding, then you can turn whatever workflow you have systematized into a spreadsheet. Think of a planner that you would create for your target audience, and then instead of creating it in Canva or Illustrator where there's a little bit of a design requirement, you can create it right in Google Sheets. Another digital product idea that you can create in Google Sheets are resource banks. For example, I have bought content prompts before, and basically when I'm in a content rut, I can go to the content prompts and it usually sparks ideas for a piece of content. Another example is my Pinterest keyword bank that I created for my Marketing for Makers Academy students. So I have all of the keywords that are highly searched for on Pinterest organized by niche, and this makes it super easy for my students to find keywords that they can include in their pin titles and descriptions. So think about what types of resource banks that your target audience would need and consider turning that into a digital product. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, you can also create create digital products in a Google Doc. So from legal templates to resume templates to invoice templates to swipe files, there are a ton of different things that will make you thousands of dollars a month that you can create in Google Docs. If you are a lawyer, then you can consider creating templates that would help, let's say, business owners. So business owners need private policies on their website. They need contracts to sign deals, whether it's a brand deal or a coaching client relationship. They need terms and conditions, and they need cease and desist templates for when people infringe on their copyright. So if you're a lawyer, don't sleep on this. You don't have to always bill for your hours. You can create a passive income stream by taking that knowledge that you have and creating some type of template or swipe file for people that really need your expertise. If you're a copywriter, then this is a big one. You can create swipe files. So business owners, again, they have the budget and they need copywriting skills from you talented writers. So you can create email swipe files or sales page templates or captions that sell. So you can create like Instagram caption templates. Okay, so we're gonna move away from the G Suite and we're gonna move into the different things that the more creative person can create. So this is a photographer, a designer, or an artist. So if you're a photographer, you can sell stock photography. You can create digital mock-ups in Photoshop and sell those. And you can also sell Lightroom presets and LUTs. And if you're a graphic designer, maybe you have done work before, maybe you joined Fiverr or Upwork, or you just have some client work and you have a good idea of what people ask you for. Well, whatever you've created before in the past, think about how you can turn that into a template. So if someone hired you to create their logo, then think about how you can create a branding kit that the end user can edit themselves. So it's completely templatized and they can edit it in a program like Canva or Photoshop. There are just so many ideas if you're a graphic designer. So just think, what projects have you worked on? What do you get asked for a lot from the people that you have worked with? And how can you make that into a template so you can make it a digital product so you don't have to actually show up every time someone wants something like that from you? Now, if you're not a graphic designer, but you just have a lot of experience in Canva where you kind of feel like you have a good grasp on graphic design, then there are so many different templates that you can create in Canva. I have a video that goes over a lot of things that you can create in Canva. There's 80 plus ideas. I'll link that video down below. But one thing that I've noticed that sells really well are templates for business owners. So this could be business card templates, or these could be Instagram templates for business owners, slide decks for course creators, and ebook templates so people can edit the text and sell their ebook as a PDF. So if you've had a lot of practice in Canva, definitely check this out. And if you want to learn how to use Canva, I also have a YouTube tutorial video how to create a digital product in Canva, which I will also link below in the description box. And for my artists, wall art is super popular, especially on sites like Etsy, but make sure you do your research first to see what is trending and what's actually selling on Etsy. So you want to use a tool like Keywords Everywhere to see what types of keywords are being searched for as it pertains to wall art, or you can use an Etsy SEO research tool like Marmalade or or Sales Samurai, and that will also help you figure out what there's demand for based on keyword research. And then you want to double check that it's actually selling by searching the more niche keyword in Etsy and then heading to a bestseller and just making sure there are a decent amount of reviews. So if there are a lot of reviews left in the same month, you have a general idea that this digital product is probably selling weekly and probably daily, depending on how many reviews are left. Okay, so we talked about leveraging your expertise and knowledge by creating something in either Google Docs or Google Sheets, and we also talked about creating ebook templates in Canva. But what if you combine the two by creating an ebook that can help your end user go through some type of transformation? So if you don't want to create the ebook template from scratch, then what you can do is go on Etsy and search ebook template and find a design that you like and buy the commercial license, and then you can just edit that and fill it with your own information. So an example of a great ebook would be my friend Austin. She created an ebook called Write on Pitch. She has done many sponsorships and brand deals. So her ebook walks you through it, and she also gives you swipe files. And this is a great tool for people that want to get into monetizing the content they create, but they don't know where to start. So you have ebooks, but you also have workbooks. So something like my passive product workbook that is completely free. I'll link it down below. Basically, I walk you through how to come up with your digital product idea, but I also give you space to type in your own answers and do your own brainstorming. So it's a workbook that is kind of like an ebook, but also gives you space to do the work. So you can actually work through the assignment and figure out what your digital product idea is by the end of the workbook. Now, if you want to take it one step further, you could create something like an e-course or a digital course. I have my course, Marketing for Makers Academy, and it is a full-blown course. It teaches you how to grow your digital product Etsy shop from start to finish. And creating a course is work. You have to do a lot of marketing and you have to grow at least a small audience to get it in front of people, but it is totally worth it. It is a great business business model and a huge income earner. Now, if you don't want to dive deep into creating courses right away because it feels daunting, but you don't want to create an ebook, you want to meet somewhere in the middle, then I suggest doing things like a workshop or a mini course. I have my 3-day training called Passive Product Payday. It's inexpensive, but it did make me like $80,000 in the past 11 months. So it's definitely still a profitable revenue stream for me. And it's very short. It took me about a week to create and it's only $27. So you can think about creating a smaller course or a workshop and you're just packaging up your knowledge and you are selling it to a target audience that wants to experience a transformation. But it's just on a smaller scale. If a full-blown course intimidates you. Also, you don't even have to have a video component if you don't want. You can create something like an audio training. For example, a guided meditation. If you're a life coach or something, then maybe an audio training could be something interesting for you. Think about it. But basically, you don't need to create a course with a video element. You can create an audio training or guided meditation. Now, I gave you a bunch of digital product ideas, but don't forget that you can combine a lot of these ideas to create something really marketable. So you can create something where you have maybe a few videos, maybe a few workbooks, maybe a few swipe files or templates, and package it up. The most important thing you want to remember is that who are you serving, who needs this, and create something that they really want, and then getting that in front of them. Any type of skill set that you have, you can think of a way to turn it into a digital product and monetize it. I hope this video gave you a ton of ideas. Let me know down below if you had an aha moment and if you plan to create any of these digital product ideas. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.